Hey everybody, my name is Jillian Haun and I'm with the Beauty Project. The Beauty Project is an exploration of people's views of what beauty is to them and what it is that makes them beautiful. In this version of the Beauty Project, I'm interviewing people that work inside of the beauty industry, asking them what it means to them to be in such a profound profession and impactful industry. And I also ask them what it means to them and what it is that makes them beautiful. In this interview, I talked to Janess Carter. She is a nail tech at Beautiful Nails in Reno, Nevada, and you will experience my laughter and my joy and the depth that I felt talking with her and connecting with her about the magnitude and the magic of what this industry means to her. I hope you enjoy.
No.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Hi,
Hi.
Janess.
Hi. How you doing, you?
I'm so good. How are you? How's your dinner?
Great.
Excellent. Thanks for joining the Beauty Project. We're so happy to have you and be talking with you today. I want you
Thank you
to.
for the invite.
Oh my God, absolutely. I want you. I want you to introduce yourself, maybe in between bites there, and say where you work, how long you've been doing nails, anything that you want to share just in general about you being in the beauty industry.
Well, I'll start with just answering those, I guess. And my name is Janess, and I am a nail technician, and I've been doing nails for about 10 years-ish plus. And I work at Beautiful Nails. And yeah.
And you're in Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada.
Nevada.
Nevada. Nevada.
What inspired you to start doing nails?
I mean, honestly, when I was super young, I already was kind of like using my grandmother's nail polish to like try and polish my nails. She had this whole Tupperware of like a whole bunch of different polishes, and she would always do her nails, and I'd see it. And I'm like, I want to do my nails too. So I started doing my nails and try to draw little pictures with toothpicks. And I was, it all started out. I'm like, oh look, it's a jack-o'-lantern. She's like, looks like molded pumpkin. And I'm like, oh okay. And so it was like, all right, well, I guess I'll work on that. But I ended up getting pretty good at it, decent enough to do my own nails type of thing. And then kind of didn't think about it at all for a while after that. I would just do them on occasion every once in a while, give myself little Frenches or something. But for the most part, I was kind of a tomboy and kind of doing hair too, and I would, braid my friend's hair and kind of was like kind of that person along with maybe a couple other people, but I think they would see me kind of braiding people's hair and then kind of start doing it. And so there were a couple of us, and it would be at the Boys and Girls Club, and we just braid our friends' hair at the Boys and Girls Club, and be like, oh, can you braid my hair? Can you braid my hair? So that just kind of became a thing. And doing my own hair too was kind of a thing because I was raised by my dad, poor single father, that guy, what a trooper. But I have a lot of hair. I just kind of have it wrapped up right now in my stay out the way COVID friendly hair right now. And yeah, so I had to learn how to do my own hair. So I kind of had some skills under my belt, right? And I was mostly doing music to pay for my way of living. Maybe odd jobs here and there, but for the most part, I was professionally doing music and stuff. So yeah, I would use that in odd jobs to make my way and do hair here and there, like maybe braid some hair, not really nails so much right away. Eventually, there was a point when I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get another hustle too. And I really honestly was about to do like medical assisting. And it was something along the lines of where I needed to, at the time, I moved out at like 16. Um, so at the time I wasn't 16 anymore, but I was pretty independent. And it looked like I needed to get my father's like tax information and all this personal stuff that he didn't feel like giving up. And he was like, what the hell they need my stuff for? He says, you're the one who's going to school. And I was like, I know. And then it turned out that it was a lot easier to do cosmetology because they didn't need all those same things to be able to get in. So I was just like, well, I'll just do cosmetology then because it's easier and maybe it's just supposed to be. I don't want to do something that feels all forced. Forget it then. And went into cosmetology. And yeah, and it was actually a pretty cool experience. I was like the president of my class. I would get awards for top selling and service and stuff like that. Passed my exams first time, high scores. Got to get a lot of extra training and stuff in there in. Really liked it. So yeah, so that's how I got into it.
Cool. I want you to define beauty.
Define beauty?
Yeah. What does beauty mean to you?
I think beauty to me means like I don't know if I can say like what it means to me, but I think what beauty, like moments that you can capture beauty are like moments when you have those moments of acceptance of self, because I don't know how many people are always accepting of themselves. I think like they are always like, I know I'm always searching to like grow and become more and everything like that. Or maybe you wake up and your hair is on this side and you want it to go that way or whatever it is. I think that beauty comes from, or something maybe more so for me, beauty comes from those moments where you have like self-acceptance. You're like, hey, you know what, right now, like I'm feeling good about myself. So like whether that's like on the inside or the outside, or like you wear that dress, you're like, dang, my booty looks good in that. Or your makeup is flawless because you just had like an MUA, and they're like, they hooked you all up all nice and the glitter's in the right spots and the wings are fly. Like those little moments that you can capture, like when you get your nails done freshly, or your roots are touched. I think it's those little moments, and there's so many of those little moments when someone tells you you're beautiful, you know like, oh my gosh, that smile, Jill, like, like I think that's beauty to me. Like it's hard to say what it is per se when it comes in so many different fashions. I'm not quite sure how to really say what it just is.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why I'm doing this project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so complex and there's so much to it, yet it's really simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that, that's
It's
what I
so simple, you can't put a pinpoint on it.
exactly. And I
Mm-hmm.
just love that. And I love inviting people to just look at that question with me and just like explore what you just shared, just like, oh, like it's this moment and it's that moment and it makes me feel like this, but like to pinpoint it is so hard, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Agreed. What does the beauty industry mean to you?
I think the beauty industry is like a little bit of a responsibility, you know, and you have to have some kind of like care with it.
What's
The
the
beauty
responsibility?
industry, well, the responsibility is like trying to continuously like edify yourself to know how to not only, especially with these times, right, keep your clients safe and and healthy, but also know that you want to like make them beautiful. You don't want to, if you're doing someone's hair, you don't want to fry their hair off. That's a responsibility. You feel a little pressure, but it's a pressure that you take on if you're in the beauty industry, because you understand that there's a goal there, and if you just take certain steps, and find out what the different individuals quirks are or whatever have you, then I feel like that's part of the responsibility of being in the beauty business. But the beauty business is also, it's it's beauty. It's the search of how to create that feeling of beauty within a guest or a client or customer, whatever anybody wants to call them. It's finding what pulls that out for them. How do you find that cocktail of like, oh, okay, so you want one glitter finger, some pink fingers, and a blue one. All right, well, maybe we can just like switch that blue one out with a white one and put a pretty picture on it, because you know what I mean, like let's really try and put this together. Let's sometimes you gotta walk through things with people or coach them, or the responsibility thing again. It's like if someone comes in and they have a specific event that they want to go to or that they're about to attend, or a feeling they're going for, or a dress they want to match, whatever it is, then it's kind of your responsibility to have some kind of way to help them really arrive at what they want, because there's a lot of times when they don't know what they want, or maybe they do, and then you just give that to them, which that's always fun. But it's pretty half and half, where they come in like, oh, I got this picture, can you do this? I'm like, I could do something like it, or something very close to it. Or they come in and they're like, I just don't know, I want blue, but I want red, but I want orange, but I don't even know anymore. And you're like, it's okay, first off, calm down. What are you doing this weekend? You know what I mean? Like, so I think the question was, what is the beauty business to me? It's helping, to me, it's helping people to achieve the feeling that they're going for, to get that vibe out of the reason that they're going to do their nails, for example, to be more specific to my world. If they are coming to get their nails done, maybe they are just trying to escape their home, and they're just like, just do them. Talk to me. Give me something to do. Like, yeah, glitter, I don't even care. I don't even care. Are they done? Yeah, I don't care. You can go as slow as you want to, by the way. You can massage me longer. You can go ahead. Some people are trying to escape home. Some people are trying to get ready for a special event. Some people are just there because they got it as a gift for someone. So now you want to create a moment that, the person that bought that gift for them, so it's almost like you want to give them that feeling of their friend or their family member got them something amazing, right? So it's like, oh, I just got this as a gift. I like never do my nails. So basically my first time, I'm like, oh yeah. So we're gonna put flowers on you. Is that too far, too much? Oh, it's not? Okay, we're gonna do it then. You know, and make it an amazing moment for them. Or if they're just trying to like, okay, so this is my dress. I don't know if I should wear maroon or if I should wear bubble bath. I don't even know. Should I put glitter on it? And it's like, it's okay, girl. Like, first off, it's not even your wedding. Like, no, like, so I guess, it's also finding what type of, trying to hone in on the energy of that person that comes in, for me, is something that I love to do. Like, that's one of my taglines, is that I use my art to make you feel ... So it's like you insert your own vibe there. Whatever I'm brought is how I work with it. So even it could be someone that I've seen for 7 years, I've had some of my clients for such a long time. And when they come in, I want to be able to, treat them still like it's fresh. Like every time they come in, it's a new day. They might get the same nails, they might do the same stuff, it might be the same thing, but for me, I don't look at it that way. I look at every time they come in, it's a different day, a different experience. There's been different things that have transpired in both of our lives, and here we are. It's like we're the same people, but we're not. So I try to keep it fresh. So I guess the beauty industry means a lot of different things to me.
Yeah, I just that responsibility piece is just, I feel like that is massive, right? Like the responsibility to execute like what the desired result is. But then
Mhm.
there's this responsibility to hold space. Like I heard you talking about that, like holding space for people,
Mhm.
meeting them where they are. And it's such a magical thing that we get to do. And
Exactly.
looking at people in the eyes and touching them, like us, we're licensed to touch people.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
All the feels.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, huge responsibility. I think that you nailed that on the head.
Thanks. Thanks, Noggle.
For me, I have like a long story of how I got into the beauty industry, and it kind of goes back to middle school with magazines and just like fashion, and like I was really into that. I wonder like what was that, like the media's impact on you?
mm. The media's impact on me?
Yeah.
I love music videos.
Uh-huh.
I don't know impact as far as like my own style or impact as far as the style that I create on others.
Either, both. Like
Okay.
yeah, I guess just like how did it affect you?
Surprise. Yeah, I asked that question.
Surprise.
No. No. Okay, well, I am just so 90s. I just love what's good on me, what makes me feel good. So whatever beauty is for me, I do that. I try not to impose that on anybody else. So I kind of roll with what the vibe someone gives me. So kind of back to that, I feel like I learn everything that I can. If there's something I can't do, I will figure out a way to do it or get better at it or continue to try and master it because I just like that kind of stuff. I love to learn. I love to continue to grow. Um, so as far as my style, it's evolving. That's my style, evolving, whether it's me or through someone else, learning, growing, and doing, and that's how I continue to just give people what they want. I guess it's just evolving. I wouldn't say that I have some kind of style in particular.
I'd, I'd say similar for me as well. Like even just like day to day, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is what I want to wear today. It's like
Do what I want.
super hippie dress and just like free flowing, and then the next day it's like I'm gonna look really professional today. And
Mm-hmm.
wear my pants.
Big boy pants. Yeah.
My big boy pants with my button up. Yeah,
Yep.
so good. I love the freedom too. Like I love the freedom of expression.
Agreed.
Yeah. So there's this big thing that we all as a whole world just went through with the shutdown.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened, and
Oh yeah.
oh, it happened. It sounds like you're back to work and back in the salon.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you out of the salon?
2 months.
2 months. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
what was the impact of that on you?
Um, Therapeutic. It was actually kind of nice. I really actually appreciated it. I learned that that's the only way that I can take a break is if the whole world shuts down. I'm like, well, I guess I have to now.
Wow. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, for me, it was good. I started getting used to it. It's like, I could actually just not do anything, but, bills got to get paid and stuff like that. Um, yeah. So, like, my father had passed away last year about the same time. And I was kind of gone, and everything shut down just out of nowhere for about the same amount of time. So for me to have this moment where the world shuts down again, it was like my world shut down last year already about the same time. So it was like, oh, this is easy. I know what isn't important. Just like that. Made a
Yeah.
list and started getting to stuff, and I was like, all right, got all this stuff done. I had a list, thought I was kicking ass. I was like 1 month, and I was like, I'm gonna get this all done in a month. And then I did all my goals and things. And then that month was over, and then it found out it was going to be another month. And I was like, the fuck? Now what?
I need another list.
Yeah, no. So then we just started, doing, just stuff like making pies and cakes and watching, what is it called? We didn't watch any TV at all for the first month. We were just like doing stuff and hanging out with each other, my daughter and I, and making a lot of TikToks. What is it? I read Michelle Obama's Becoming book, or I let it read itself to me. Well, got through the whole book, and 2 other books as well. And yeah, and then started watching, what is it? Where's the upside down in?
What?
Stranger Things.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty fun to watch.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were able to find some time to rest.
Time I had, and now I'm like back at hustling and
Back at
doing what I
it.
gotta do. Yeah. But I think that little break was like, it was so good for me. It was nice to just be like, it's okay to not do anything for anybody else but myself for a little bit. And I feel like I came out like a little bomb butterfly. I got a little bit more understanding and, just coming into different things and owning a business newly and everything, and just being able to collect and come up with a new, not game plan, but just like what's next list. Hey, well, I could do this, and maybe I'll get that, and I'll do this, get that done. Really nice stuff.
Cool.
Definitely glad to be back though, because I'm really good at being a loner. So I'm so good at it. I think I come off as more of like a super social butterfly or whatever. I think I do that just because I feel that I need to do that in order to keep a stockpile of energy. I need to be around energy to be able to recharge almost. Otherwise, I'm just like in my own, and I can do a lot of stuff and get a lot of stuff done, but I think it's healthy to get around people. So I almost force myself to be around people a little bit.
Sure. And being in the beauty industry, that's a great way to do that. You're constantly interacting with people.
Oh yeah.
Every hour.
Oh yeah.
Like every hour. I mean, I don't know how long your appointments are, but imagine, about an hour and there's a new person in your chair. Yeah. I definitely work the same way. Like being around people, I need it. Yeah. What do you think is next for the industry? Being back open, and there's lots happening in the world. What do you feel like is going to change and shifts, if any?
I mean, girl, if you really think about it, like when we go back to go and do our testing, it's all on sanitation. I mean, maybe people will actually be a little bit more aware of their cleanliness, but I don't know. We kind of got lucky. I already had hospital grade cleaners in the shop, some Clorox bleach, and you know, we already wear masks, you know, to protect ourselves from the dust and toenails getting in our lip gloss and whatever. I mean, now I just implemented the face shields. I love the face shields so much, especially like when shit flies and it's like, bing, you know, like, oh, deflected it. You couldn't get my eyeball. Now what, sucker? Shit flying everywhere. I just go for it. It's kind of fun, actually. I'm having a damn ball. I'm like, all right, you know, less chairs, so there's less people up in there, you know, less shit to clean because it kind of stays a little cleaner. It is really nice too. Like we have it so that we have a sign that says hand sanitizer and face coverings mandatory. Thank you. And you know, I like having that because they can just sanitize right at the front door. Then it's like less shit that they touch that's like gonna be contaminated. Just like kill it at the door. So I don't know. I like that because then maybe it's less that I get to take home to my daughter even, you know, and I don't have to feel like I'm offending anybody. Eh, I didn't feel like that in the first place. But as far as like what's next for the beauty industry, like our industry, I'm surprised was one that I don't know. I'm glad that we opened up in the earlier phases because it makes more sense. We're like doctors without the doctor part. You know, like we do the hands-on touching, we assess the situation and we solve it, you know, and we know what goes into it and every individual is different. And I think, you know, trends will continue to pop up and I don't think that anybody's really going to be trying to do those like werewolf hair trends or something like that on the nails, those like hairy tips or whatever, those
I don't
hawk
know.
nails, whatever with the hair. No, it's disgusting. I don't know. There's some weird ass things going on. But I think it's going to be a little less of that stuff. A lot of people are being more simple these days, but I don't think it's going to stop people from getting their gems and long stiletto nails or short sport nails or whatever the style is. I don't really know how our industry will be affected more than just having to shut down and maybe implement more space into it. I got lucky enough to where my space is a little easier to work with, you know, so I can see where places where they have a lot of chairs would be a little bit harder. But then again, it's like sitting every other one, you know, and maybe every time someone gets up out of those and you clean it up and then you alternate and send the other ones. So yeah. I don't know where it's going to be that different except for, you know, maybe some clients will feel certain types of way. I don't know if it's really our industry that will be different. It's the people that are almost like their true personalities are coming out a little bit more because of the fear or the worry or whatever they're feeling. I don't know if it's necessarily our industry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, for me, like what was like a huge catalyst for me to start this project up again was seeing people protest for haircuts.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
People are so funny. I think that is so funny. Like, people would have probably protested that they're wearing a mask. No more masks. Like, well, get out of my face coughing then. Like, yeah. It's so funny, though, because it's like something so simple. You know, I want to be like, yeah, that's so cool. You know, that you want to fight to, you know, want to protest against your nails in your hair did or whatever. Like, that's cool. But then at the same time, it's like, come on, like, it's not so horrible to hold out for just a little bit.
Totally. And
you know, we're all going to be looking the same.
I know. Everyone's got
people
that.
Are just feeling, they're probably just fucking feeling exposed. Like, don't look at me in the light. No. You know what I mean? Like, The fuck out of here. You better deal with it with your scruffy ass. Everybody else is doing it. Just deal with it. We're trying to live, sucker.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
put a put a damn mask on and nobody will know who you are. How about that? We'll multitask. Like, fuck. Like, what do we got to be like? One of these one of these Asian places to be under such a thing to that we're like a what do you call it? Like a we have to be forced to protect ourselves from an airborne illness. Yeah, like in Nevada right now, they just did a mandatory thing where everybody in public places has to wear a mask, right? And
Mhm.
some people are just trying to push it like, well, I won't wear a mask here because I can't breathe. It's just too hot. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, you can't breathe if you're dead either. So I mean, let's see. How does this go? And some other people won't do that either. We should just. My opinion is no matter what started this or what's really going on or anything like that, a mask and to be asked to wear a mask just to practice some type of safety as like a, I don't even know if it's proven that it's going to work for sure, beyond a reasonable doubt. But if there's a chance that it can do something to where we can get to a point of semi-normalcy again, I think that we should just wear a mask before we're having to be forced to do it, you know? And like, yeah, definitely like in our industry, we have to wear a mask anyways. But for, maybe not while some people are doing air and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the protests to get haircuts, I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's
it just,
cool because it's our industry.
yeah,
But
it's
it's
like,
stupid because are you
'cause
kidding
it's
me?
just
I
hair.
should have did a damn protest for people taking up all the damn toilet paper. Keep some shit. You know what I mean? Like, give me toilet paper.
Totally.
Stop taking packs. Stop buying packs. You got one ass. Like, like, oh my God. It's so funny. My Filipino family was like feeling some type of way about that too. They're like, man, all these people are over here buying up all the toilet paper. You think that they don't need any food. But then again, some of my aunts on that side of the family got bidets too. So I'm going to invest.
Yeah.
I need to, I need to turn into one of these other countries and move up in the world too.
I know. It's so silly that we don't have those.
I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then just going back like your protest thing, it was like it's like haircuts, and then shortly after that, Black Lives Matter, right? And just like these huge two things happening, and oh, it was so interesting, and for me, like I, they felt like they
Haircuts and then Black Lives Matter is all the
it's
jump.
like yeah, well, in protest,
Yeah.
right? Like that's how, like the contradiction and the dichotomy of it, it's like, wow, there's a lot happening in our world, and for me, I've been doing a lot of like internal work of just reflection and where do I stand in all of these things, right? And
Nice.
yeah, yeah. I feel like that's just who I am too. I'm always doing that. um
I probably think so too. I think our birthdays are like the same day, right?
yeah, I think they're on the same day, January
January
22nd.
22nd. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep,
I was
absolutely.
like, I don't know if it's just because of the current happenings, Jill.
No, it's always.
Yeah, me too.
It's always. And
Mhm.
I love having these conversations too. And I guess, yeah, it is a big jump, and that's what this project is, right? Like Black Lives Matter for me, like I look back at my education on many different levels, especially, if we're staying focused on doing like hair in our industry, is like I really didn't have that much education in school, um, for doing texture, ethnic, black hair. And
Meanwhile, they only gave me Black people.
Mm.
So if a Black guy came in, they'd be like, "Oh, Janess, it's a fade." So it's kind of like a boop boop boop. Like, that's a little. Technically, it's a little racist, I guess, right? Like, give the Black girl the black cuts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like on your end, you're like, oh, I didn't really have that much like education on how to work with ethnic hair.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess I'm just curious about that experience for you, because that's a huge thing for you to tell me right now. It's like, that's a blind spot for me.
Yeah, it was like me and a couple other girls that were ethnic, and so if someone came in wanting like extensions or a perm, like a flat perm, not a curly perm, relaxers, what some people will call it, or a fade or a lineup, then we would get those. We, my people, would would get those types of things. You'd be like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. Or even growing up, as far as like the industry goes, I remember like wanting to go and not me wanting to go and get my hair, because I never wanted to cut my hair when I was younger. But I remember one time my mom took me to go get my hair cut. She's like, no, we're cutting your hair. I was like, I don't want to cut my hair. She took me to some place, and then this lady was like, we don't do black hair. And I was like, see, I don't even do black hair. I mean, I was happy that she said it that day, but now I'm older. I'm like, oh, that's kind of, I mean, it's cool that she was honest, but it's like she could have said textured hair or something.
How old were you
But
when that
hey,
happened?
well, it didn't just happen just once. It's probably a couple
Yeah.
different occasions.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Oh, I guess the first time that happened that you remember, what age
oh
was
man,
that?
probably like 7, 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of doesn't stop. It just happens like for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then you learn as you get older that you don't want some people to touch your hair. And they're like, oh my God, I will do your hair. Look at that. I will make your curls bounce so much and this and that. I'm like, no, I'm good. But some people are just like curious to touch your hair. Some people are just like, I just want to touch it. I mean, even like now I have my daughter, people want to pet her. It's so weird.
Yeah, I wanted to
I just
ask
your
about her.
hair.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm like, please don't pet my child. She's not a puppy. Like,
Yeah.
you don't pet children. I don't know what the fuck you thought. You don't go around petting kids.
No, you do not.
I mean, it's weird.
Oh man. What
But
do you
that's good though to hear that you like at least like, are aware of. I mean, I guess like no one cannot be aware of the whole Black Lives Matters movement. It is kind of tough, being that I am someone that I am Black. You see these things, you grow up with these things. All the stuff that they're showing is like you grow up knowing how to be in fear almost, or to be aware of things, so you act a certain way, and it makes you do certain things. And for us it's like so understandable, and now that it's such a big thing, it's almost, there's parts of it where it's a little bit annoying, because it's like it's turned into like also a trend on top of a true message, but also like a trend for some, where it's just like, oh well, everybody's doing it. Like, well, guess what we're doing to show people that Black Lives Matters? We're gonna put a fist in our window. Like, okay. Like, I mean, that's cool. So you don't want to say like that there has to be a certain way to stand up, but then sometimes you can kind of feel you're like, like it's hard to describe, but it is nice that anything is happening, because this is probably the biggest movement since Martin Luther King, honestly. So I'm proud. I'm happy. Something's going on.
Yeah.
And, especially to be, a Black business owner, the fact that that like is a thing, you know. Like, yeah, I think that there's like different associations too. I don't know if there's ones for other races, but there's like a Black owned business owners and women owned.
Mhm.
You know, the fact that that's even a thing, you know, like business should be business, but the fact that they put those as things so where you can get a benefit must mean that they know that there's a disadvantage, right? So it's already been in there. It's already been built in. And then I get to be a Black woman. Whoa! All the disadvantages, but I don't really feel that way, but I do. You know, I understand it, I accept it, but I don't let it keep me from continuing to do what I have to do.
It's great. What do you look forward to next for your career and your business? And is there anything on the horizon?
No, I just want to keep evolving. It's just my thing. I just let whatever's supposed to happen happen. I'm not just saying like, just go with the flow or anything like that. You know, of course, like I'm like, oh, okay, well, I want to I want to get another girl for one of my booths, but I'm not in a hurry to do that because I would rather have someone that's like more willing to be a part of a family than just to get hired and work for the time being or whatever have you. Um, just to be able to be there, to be able to make people feel beautiful, give people good feelings, give someone to talk to, give people an escape. I just want to continue to do that and evolve in ways of doing that in my own way, with my own style.
Great. I'm excited for you.
Yay.
Yay. All right. All right, Janessa, we're going to create your beauty statement. So basically what's going to happen is it's like fill in the blank. So I'm going to read half the sentence to you, and then you're going to fill it in. And yeah, so I'm going to just go for it. So whoop, whoop. All right. Beauty to me is
Beauty to me is those moments when you feel at your best. The end.
great. I didn't know if you were going to keep talking.
No, that's what I was like. No, that's it.
Okay. The beauty industry means to me.
The beauty industry means to me a way to reach others and help them to acquire that feeling of beauty, of self-worth, to get closer to that and to, accept it or just to feel good about themselves.
What I would like people to know about the beauty industry is
What I would like people to know about the beauty industry is that no one is your slave. We're here to make you feel good. We're not your bitches.
yes.
Yeah, I said it. I'm just saying.
You're the best. You're the best.
There's just a couple people that don't know that. So that's just for those that don't know. It's only a couple people who don't know. I feel like it's not most of them. But some of them are like, no, I want this. Well, take your ass somewhere where you can get it then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. The people I end up with, I feel like, are people that are respectful, and they're the people that I allow myself to end up with. I don't want to be in an abusive relationship. Like, as far as my girls go, you know what I mean? Like, or my guests in my own place. You attract what you want and you accept what you do. You don't have to accept anybody that treats you less than awesome. Because how are you supposed to create a good feeling for someone that's creating pressure, a negative pressure on you? Then you're not able to really fully open yourself up to give them your full heart.
I love that. I always remember one of my mentors saying that building your clientele is like dating.
Yep.
It's so true. It's so true.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like they can say no and you can say no.
Yep.
Just as much.
Hell no.
Right?
Okay.
I am beautiful because
I am beautiful because I am willing to continue to grow and understand others and continue to learn how to understand myself.
heck yeah. You're a rock star. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for doing this with your bad self.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I've already had some great conversations. I'm looking forward to more.
It's almost as if you are being called to pull out something out of other artists, and also in turn it's helping you as your own artist, you know. And I think that that's cool. I feel like that's how I put myself into the world, honestly, like with music or dance or anything else. So it is kind of cool to see that like our sign or our birthday kind of has similar traits. Like this is a constant, like, so I think that it's such a beautiful thing. You're such a beautiful soul. I love how, I mean, when you asked me, it was like, girl, anything. If I can do it, I will say yes to almost anything you ask me. Now, skydiving, that'll be like, I'll have to think about it for a long time. But I might because it's you know, because of how many years I've known you, you have constantly been someone that does not mind shining your light, showing your light, no matter what is going on inside of you. All you show on the outside is beauty. So speaking of what beauty is to me, you are one of those things.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I meant
Oh,
it.
I know. That's why I'm crying.
And you're gonna make me cry. I'm a tough guy, okay? No. But I so meant it. So
Yeah,
any
I
way
feel
that
that.
I can be around, you know, it may be hard to get in contact with me or anything like that, but just always know that like my soul is connected to yours probably for life. So, and even after. So,
Soul sisters.
yep. So I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I think that you're a beautiful person.
Mm,
And you've always brought light into my life. So
thanks for that.
thank you.
You. Right back at you. I'm just so grateful for your time and just you choosing to say yes to this and me and calling forth that artist within, and we get to be connected and connect with other artists, and I look forward to sharing this with you and whatever this turns into.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Right? Oh,
Treat you.
beans. Appreciate you too.
Okay, talk to you later.
Toodles, noodle.